Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the 6 most underrated brawlers currently in this meta. I'll be going through that, and also I'll be doing a tier list on Friday, so make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you don't miss out that one, because that will be a certified banger. But yeah, before we get into today's video, make sure you're using the creator code in the shop if you're looking to pick up anything like the Brawl Pass or even this Dino Leon skin that is coming out pretty soon. But yeah, let's just jump straight into today's video. Alright guys, so jumping into the 6th most underrated brawler currently inside of Brawl Stars, it is Stu. So not only is he, in my opinion, probably one of the best brawlers in the game right now, I think he's really underrated, especially by people in the comment section. I always see people say that Stu really isn't like the best and why do I rate him so highly, but I still think in this meta, unfortunately we can't get the shot off, but yeah, in this meta I think he's so good. I pretty much see whenever Stu is in play, he's using so many different combinations, because not only does he have a good build overall, like he has this gadget in the back that can really help people in their 1v1 interactions. He's got both star powers, which are good. I do say most of the time that gas heal is going to be better, but honestly it can be down to personal preference. Like the long dash is still going to be a pretty decent star power. We've seen Zar in the NA monthly finals use it long dash, and it just depends on how you really play it. Gas heal is going to be better in those close interactions because obviously it gives you the more HP, but then long dash is going to be good against certain brawlers to give you a bit more survivability. But yeah, Stu, he's crazy in this meta, and for sure in need of a nerf, but I just think he's still underrated. He should be pretty much used in every single combo. You can give so many different brawlers that extra bit of speed, especially in the mid, and it's going to help with the battle a lot easier. So I'm just going to chain, look how quickly I can just chain these gas heal supers off. But that should be the first brawler right there, Stu. He's going to be so underrated in this meta. Let's hop into number 5. Alright guys, so hopping into the 5th most underrated brawler in the meta, it is going to be Penny. So I know a lot of the times I say that Penny just isn't the best brawler, but we're seeing honestly quite a lot of Penny usage, especially in EU right now. If you guys know who Totem are in the EU, they're like a top 5 team in Europe, and they use a lot of Penny. So Penny is actually decent on certain maps. For example, there's like Ring of Fire where Penny's actually goated. Like she's so good. If you get that turret in a safe spot, the enemy team can't get it down. And there's also like an underrated like mechanic secret buff that not a lot of people actually know about. I know I probably don't know the ins and outs about it. So basically from what I know, and I know people will definitely correct me in the comment section below, but basically with the turret, before you used to be able to like hide in a bush and then the turret no longer scouted you, but now I believe that mechanic has like secretly been changed because of other kind of, I don't know what it's like, other logic, I think they call it, like different so like it had to change certain things when they're introducing new things. And then so now the Penny turret, no matter what, even if you're hiding in a bush, I think it still scouts you. And I just feel like the Penny turret nowadays just offers so much scanning capability. It's just so toxic. It's basically like you've got another player on your team now with this Penny turret, and yeah, she's just being used everywhere. As long as you're keeping your turret alive, you're going to be having a good time with Penny. So yeah, I think Penny is really underrated in this meta. Let's hop into number 4. Alright guys, so jumping into the 4th most underrated brawler currently inside of Brawl Stars, I think it is Rosa. So Rosa, when this gadget first came out, she became such a strong brawler, and then for some reason she kind of just escapes out of the meta. A lot of people just stopped using her, but again, I've been seeing in competitive so much a lot of Rosa, and people really do underestimate the power of Rosa. So like in Canal Grande, Hard Rock Mine, there's just a lot of maps right now which she does really well on. Obviously she's going to be working better with like the likes of like a Sandy, like seeing a bit more Sandy in the meta as well. Max, it combines really well with her, but I just think now just her overall pressure, especially with this gadget, I think she's pretty underrated. I think I'm gonna get destroyed by Shelly. Why is someone using Shelly on ladder? I never see anyone use Shelly on triple dribble, and of course I have to face it. Nice double stun from Buzz there, but yeah, it's mainly because of this gadget. I'm seeing her use a lot in Gem Grab right now, and it's literally because of her pressure, especially if you get your super. You know, you're in the bushes and Hard Rock Mine, people can't get you out. You slow them, you're basically going to guarantee kills for you and your teammates. It's just a good hybrid brawler. It's good against control brawlers as well because of how much HP she has. I just think she's super versatile in this meta. So if you guys are looking to use Rosa right now, I think it's a good time to push her. I don't know how good she's inside of ladder, but for sure inside of like Power League, inside of competitive, she's a really good option. So yeah, she's in a pretty balanced spot. I don't think she's broken. I don't think she's trash either. I just think she's in an amazing spot right now in the meta. don't know if our teammates are able to save that. Yes, they are. Yeah, she's in a weird place though, because brawlers like Rosa, they can go from like the worst. Well, she can go from like one of the worst brawlers in the game, and then just a few things change, like other brawlers change, and she becomes super strong. So like nothing really changed. I don't think Rosa actually gets too many balance changes, right? If I'm correct, she's one of the brawlers which I believe most of the time is a pretty balanced overall. There's more training on us a lot. I don't think we're going to be able to save, especially without Shelly's super. Yeah, there's just no way we're going to be able to save that. But just over time, I think different metas just suit her a lot better, and this is definitely a meta for her. So she used to be even better when Mr. P was meta, because you could just slow a Mr. P in the bush. You could get max speed. You're in a Sandy super. It was that type of meta where Rosa was just basically unstoppable. But that's going to be the 4th most underrated brawler in this meta. Let's hop into number 3. Alright guys, so jumping into the 3rd most underrated brawler currently in the game, it is going to be Sandy. So Sandy with this new gadget, honestly guys, I think a lot of people, no pun intended, are sleeping on Sandy. Sandy is a really strong brawler in this meta. We're seeing a lot of usage, especially in Siege. He's a really good brawler in Siege. So basically the kind of tips with Siege, when someone is going towards the first bolt, you can just stun them, buy a little bit of time, just grab the bolt and run away. And especially if you've got a brawler like a thrower or a high DPS brawler that's going to get a lot of value out of that stun, you can confirm the kill a lot of the time. So if my Dynamite actually pushed up there, we would have gotten an easy double kill. So yeah, Sandy, I think he's back in the meta. Maybe people might be overrating this gadget a little bit, but I'm finding a lot of value. I've watched a lot of monthly finals. We've seen both in NA, EU, and in I think it's in the ANS finals. Well, I think there's been 3 month finals so far, and Sandy's usage, especially in Siege, is a lot in comparison to the old meta. Sandy just wasn't used at all. But yeah, in this meta, I'm gonna slow. Oh no, can we get a kill? Okay, really good on defense as well. Sandy, good on offense, good on defense, good on Brawl in general. Can the Dynamite get the ball out of the corner? Yes, he can. This Nita is basically 1v2ing. I don't know how we defended that, but we managed to do so. So also, when I did my last video on the Sandy gadget, obviously I was using the Rude Sand star power. I think you can still use both star powers. You got to be really aware of that. Obviously, if they're asleep and they get tickled by your super, they're going to wake up again. So you've got to bear that in mind. Try not to waste your gadgets too much. I didn't get too much actual usage out of my gadgets. But as I said, in certain game modes, you can just confirm the kill so easily. You just need a bit of coordination, and you're going to be having a good time with Sandy. So yeah, Sandy back in the meta. Not in a toxic way either, so I kind of prefer this Sandy rather than the other one. But that's a really nice goal from the Frank. And that's going to be the 3rd most underrated brawler currently in Brawl Stars. Let's hop into number 2. Alright guys, so jumping into the 2nd most underrated brawler currently in this meta. Again, I feel like Ruffs is always underrated, but even more so right now. So Ruffs is obviously going to be good against those single shot brawlers with the sandbags. The sandbags is such a strong gadget right now in the game, but overall I just think his mechanics with the super, being able to give the power up to a carry brawler like Belle, like the Pipers, like the Sprouts that just deal a lot of damage, I think that Ruffs is pretty underrated. I see him used a lot in competitive right now, and I just don't see too many people shouting about him outside of like competitive and whatever else. I don't know what Rico's really doing. I think probably would have got more value actually super in there, because we're getting spawn trapped like crazy by these guys. I don't think we're going to be able to get that ball there. Yeah, you're going to have to just bear it with me with the gameplay. I'm playing with randoms at 900 trophies. It's not really going to end the best gameplay wise, but trust me, like Ruffs, he's going to be an amazing brawler right now. We're just getting wrecked. Yeah, I'm just going to have to take this L with the gameplay, guys. But yeah, Russ is going to be insane. You see him used a lot of the times with like throwers as well. He's just going to be a really good defensive brawler, because a lot of times if you've got the lead or you've got the comp advantage, you can just play defensive, play how you really want to, and you're going to be having a good time. So somehow, some way, the Gene is able to score there, but we don't really mind. So I think Ruffs is just incredibly underrated. As long as you have a good combination with him, I don't think Frank and the combo using in ladder was that good at all. But Ruffs is just going to be insane in this meta. So that's going to be the 2nd most underrated. Let's hop into the most underrated. Alright guys, so jumping into the most underrated brawler currently inside of Brawl Stars. I honestly don't think there's any bias to this either. It is Rico. So Rico with this new gadget, I'm seeing him so much in competitive right now. He's a really good brawler with this gadget. People are starting to learn how to effectively use it. So basically, you're going to get a second life with this gadget. Being able to heal up basically to full HP every single time when you pop the gadget is a really OP aspect about it. So you can see here, I'm just going to bounce it off the wall. I've basically healed to full HP there. I could have probably got a little bit more value out of that bounce, but I kind of had to do it a little bit rushed. So Yeah, but this gadget is going to be really good. You can actually use it with, I know I didn't recommend last time to use it with the Robo Retreat style power, but I think it's probably really good with that one as well. So you can be really speedy when you want to. You can pop the gadget, regain back to full HP really fast, and you're going to be winning your lane really well. There's also like hard counters like Surge on Split, where it doesn't actually hard count you as much anymore because you can just pop the gadget against the wall, just like see how I survive on such little HP and then just get back to full HP and we're able to score. I just think he's a really versatile brawler. We're seeing him on maps which we don't normally see him on. We're seeing him basically everywhere in this meta. We've seen him in Siege, we've seen him in Brawl. I even saw him yesterday in Queso Cup on Backyard Bowl, and that is just saying, well, that's just showing how strong he actually is in the meta. If people like teams like Clash using Rico on maps like Backyard Bowl, it's just showing how underrated he is. Unfortunately, we're not able to win, but I don't really care about winning in these type of videos. I just want to tell you guys my tips and thoughts on whatever else. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know of your ranking in the comment section below. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.